This is the 2021 Brewtubers Online Brewers Club Yeast Experiment number 1, Drop Kveik Nate Pale Ale. Thank you to our sponsors, Imperial Yeast, 5 Star Chemicals, Beer and Wine Hobby Homebrew Supply Store, Brewing America, all stainless steel mash paddle sponsors. Also Hopsteiner and Yakima Chief Hops. Get brewing.
Everybody, this is the second review of the Brewtubers Hub 1 Drop Kveik Nate, and right now I have Wally Feck. So Wally used the escarpment Kveik the World. He used that blend rather. He fermented at 80 degrees. He finished at 1014, which is interesting because he had the lowest mash temperature too. I think he was at 448. So let's go ahead and get the crack on that. Appropriate hiss. Wally's got these nice bottle caps. He's one of the few holdouts left, I guess, that isn't canning. Oh wow, that is really, really cloudy. I thought Dave's was cloudy. This is even more so. Yeah, and this has got more of an orange hue to it as well. Look at that. That's milky almost. That's crazy. It's crazy what the yeast brings to the table. Oh, that has a totally different aroma too. I can't get over. Look how orange that looks. That is crazy. Now see, that might be more in line with DKN's color. It's just that it's so cloudy and murky. It's almost turbid. Yeah, so totally different aroma, although I do get a little bit of the hop presence that you normally get with Drop Kveik Nate. But there's definitely more of a predominant yeast phenolic character that Kveik the World is throwing off. It is fruity in nature. It may be even on the bubblegum side, but it's wafting there with the hops, so it's really pleasant. It's not overpowering bubblegum either. It's just a little bit. And you can, if somebody handed this to me, I would say, yeah, this is a Kveik yeast. You can get a little bit of that on there. Yeah. So I'm getting the same stressed yeast on his that I get on mine. Like, whereas Dave's had this really silky mouthfeel, this one has more of a rough, coarse mouthfeel. There's a lot of orange in here too, like orange and tangerine perhaps at the beginning of the palate, but then it just sort of fades into this, some of that yeast character, that maybe a little bit of stressed yeast, I'm not sure. That's sort of what I'm getting off of mine. Yeah, I don't think this is really as bad as mine though. This one has a nice orange. I think what it is that there's such a pleasant orange kind of tangerine thing going on that is sort of like masking a little bit of that stressed yeast character, which is downplaying it a little bit. I know in Discord we were talking and Nate says he can pick up on that right away. I'm right with you on that one, Nate. I am really big on picking up yeast twang. If there's any sort of stressed yeast or weird yeast off flavor, I'm picking that up right away, and I pick up on this one as well. Unfortunately for me, it's a curse that we have to bear, I guess. Don't get me wrong, this is not an unpleasant beer. This is really good. I'm trying to just give a good explanation of what the yeast is bringing to the table there. So let's recap. On the beginning of the nose, I'm getting sort of that DKN, and then I'm getting the sort of that yeast phenolic that's throwing off, and just a little bit of that, maybe that stressed yeast or that Kveik kind of undertones, but it's just sitting under there a little bit. And all three of those kind of flavors and all of those aromas are just kind of like mixing together. The stressed yeast or the Kveik yeast twang, I don't know how to put it, is just there, barely under the surface. It's ever so faint. It's got a really nice orange tangerine flavor though. That's nice. Yeah, I was just looking at the spreadsheet, and it looks like he did a half a flake in a starter. It's crazy what Kveik will do. Anyway, Wally, thank you so much for sending this and being part of the Drop Kveik Nate Hub #1 Brewtubers Yeast Experiment 2021. Cheers, guys.